Good, Genki? It's 2025. Whether you're gonna grow your first tomato, herbs, or get ready to get into a full-on vegetable garden, one of the foundational things you need to know about is soil. What is soil? It's more than just dirt. It is a living ecosystem of minerals, organic matter, compost, and millions of living organisms. Let's get into it. When it comes to soil, there are three different layers. You have your topsoil, where most of the action happens. This is where your roots, nutrients, and organic matter can be found. Then you have your subsoil, which is less rich, but great for water retention and root anchoring. And finally, you have your bedrock, which is the bottom layer. And that's what breaks down minerals over time. And fun fact, my guy, 1 tablespoon of soil can contain more microorganisms than there are people on the planet right now. Now, soil has 3 components. Sand, which are large particles like we find at the beach, is great for water drainage, but not for nutrient retention. Silt can be categorized as medium-sized particles. It holds moisture really well, but is compact a lot of the time. Clay, with no relation to Play-Doh, is nutrient rich, but has terrible drainage. They're identified as small particles. All right, bro. So how do you know which is which? So you're gonna take some wet dirt, wet soil, my fault, and you're gonna squeeze it. If it falls apart in your hand, it's sandy. If it feels smooth, it's silty. And if it turns into a wet, sticky ball, my guy, you're sitting on a foundation of clay, and that's no good. Now, if you're on the Twitters or the X's or the Threadicals, you know all about pH. When it comes to pH, it is measured on a scale from 1 to 14, with 7 being a neutral number. Most plants thrive in the 6 to 7 pH balance range. And you can test this soil with an inexpensive pH kit from Amazon or wherever you decide to shop, or send it to a local extension agency and they'll test it for you. And here's a tip. If your soil is too acidic, add a little lime. And if it is too alkaline, add a little bit of sulfur or organic matter. What is organic matter? Organic matter is any material derived from plants or animals at various stages of decomposition. So if it comes from an animal, it is organic matter. If it comes from a plant, it is organic matter and can be used as what we like to call compost. And what you're gonna get from this organic matter is an improvement on structure, water retention, and nutrient availability for your soil. Now, in another video soon, we'll get more into compost, but what you need to know is compost can come from kitchen scraps, yard scraps, coffee grounds even. Anything that comes from a plant or an animal can be used as compost. And now, how exactly does that compost boost your soil? Remember those millions and millions of microorganisms that we talked about a little bit earlier? They eat on the organic material, and their waste is what makes the soil healthier. So we know what soil is. We know how to figure out what kind of soil we have. We know what boosts soils' water retention, structure, and nutrient availability. Now, what else are we missing here? Fun fact, soil, just like you and I, need air to survive. And incorporating air into your soil is called aeration. How do we do aeration, or how do we aerate our soil? I'm glad you asked. Cover crops like clovers or radishes are crops used and planted on top of your soil, whose roots go down and break up and create air pockets within the soil to help aerate. You can also use forks, your hands, rakes to just jumble up the dirt in the soil to create those air pockets to aerate it. And you know what's really good at creating air pockets in a natural aerator of good, healthy, rich soil?
It's big, scary, and pink!
Earthworms. They naturally aerate the soil as they burrow, and you can encourage earthworms by planting or placing organic matter within your soil. They come, they eat it, they poop it out, they burrow, they multiply, and it contributes to a healthy ecosystem within your soil. Now, all this aeration improves water absorption, airflow, and oxygenation towards the plants and the roots. Because the roots, like us, need oxygen, and if they become too compacted by your soil, they can suffocate and die. Understanding your soil is like learning your plant's language. Test it, nurture it, and in return, your plants will thank you with vibrant, healthy growth. And that's it, my guy and my girls. If you found this helpful, share it with a fellow gardener, beginner gardener, experienced gardener. Who knows? Like, subscribe, hit that noti bell, and I'll see you guys soon. This mic isn't real. Peace. I'm on a walk right now while I edit this video, and I just wanted to drop a disclaimer here at the end and let you guys know that I don't claim to be an expert in anything that I talk about, never. Like the people in the communities that I'm trying to help, I'm also learning more and more about gardening and holistic health and things of that sort. So I'm just sharing it with the people if they want to come back and look at it on their own time after we go into these neighborhoods and help them turn their urban environments into more sustainable ones. So argue with yourself, argue in the comments. If I miss anything, feel free to correct me respectfully. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.